Let's have a look at Piano Man by Billy Joel, which by nature is a piano song. We're going to translate it across to guitar, and it could sound something like this. That's the strumming variation of it. For those that prefer more of a finger picking style, it could be something like this. They both sound pretty cool, but the important thing over here is the underlying bass note that sort of joins all the chords together. We want to make sure these notes are prominent the whole way through the chord sequence, and you can hear it here, even with the picking, or the strumming first, sorry. You can hear those notes sticking out, and if you're going for the finger style, you can again hear those notes prominent joining the chords together. Now, on the strumming technique, you can decide if you want to use a pick and strum or if you want to use fingerstyle. Let's just quickly look at the strumming just to get the rhythm behind us, and then we can study the chords. We're looking at a 6/8 time signature. Some argue it's a 3/4. I'm pretty much okay with both, but let me justify why I think 6/8. I'm going to count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and... Now, even though you could do it with 3/4, my sort of approach is, where's my bass drum, where's my snare drum? I would normally hear the bass drum on the first count and snare drum on the fourth count. But if you go 3/4, it also sounds cool. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3, which gives a waltz feel. So this is one of those sort of ambiguous ones where we could argue, I guess, but as long as it sounds cool, I'm okay with that. Okay. Again with the strumming, if you do decide to do it, 1 and 2 and 3 and, or simply bass note, down, up, down, up. And if you're into fingerstyle, I'm going to come a bit closer for this, I would suggest something like this. Thumb for the bass note, 1 and 2 and 3 and, like that. And you can see my fingers there, they're lining up quite nicely on the strings. First fingers on the third, middle fingers on the second, ring fingers on the first, and I get this picking pattern. 1 and 2 and 3 and it sounds quite sweet. Okay. Now, let's go have a look at the chords. We're going to focus now on your fretting hand. Starts with a C. The bass note is highlighted for each chord. If you're looking at your bottom of your sheet, you'll see each of those 14 different voicings has got an orange highlighted note. That's the bass note. That's what either your plectrum is picking on the first note or your thumb is picking for the first note. So for the C, it's going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and then we go to E minor slash B. Now, E minor slash B, you can play it like this. Looks like E minor, eh? Or you can play it like that. Don't really mind. You'd normally expect to play the 6th string for an E minor chord. So you'd normally to play from here. Or if you're strumming it, obviously from the 6th. But they don't want that. They want to have the B note. So what they do is they write down E minor. So you're playing E minor. And they're asking you to pluck the note B because this note here, that note is B. So you're playing E minor chord with a B bass note, and that's how it gets its name, E minor slash B. Join the two together, you have this C. You can see the thumb staying on the 5th string for that. Third chord, A minor. Highlighted dot still on the 5th string, and then we have a change when we go to C slash G. Now I'm going to zoom in a bit there. Your chord should look something like that. There's your normal C. Ring finger goes to the top, pinky directly beneath it, and that gives us the note G that we need for the C slash G chord, which is quite important. And that means again we're going to move now your picking hand from the 5th string, there's the A minor, to the 6th string to get that G bass note while playing the rest of the chord being C. If you were to strum it, A minor, here we came, change to the top string. You can see the pick go from here to here on the transition for the fourth chord. Next up, F. Now we all know F by now. If we didn't know F, we wouldn't be doing the song, I'm sure. Finger one is nice and flat. And we're going to go from F, which has now got the bass note highlighted. Remember, check your PDF at the bottom. Highlighted fourth string to F with the E, and that's a nice transition. All that happens is F, which this finger is actually playing, the note F for the chord F, now becomes E, while the rest of the chord is actually still F. So you're going to get this F, F with the E bass, and then D7. I'll show you familiar with D7. Sort of starts with finger 1 there, finger 3 there, finger 2 at the top, just for 1 or 2 people that might not know D7. Stays on the fourth string, and we finish with G. Okay, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take it through once with a pick. So if you're a strummer, you can strum with me, and then I'll take it once through with the finger style, and whichever one you think sounds cool, that's the one I think you should do. Okay, are you ready? C is in place, try and get a nice angle so you can see those bass notes. And let's go. 1 and 2 and 3 and that's with the strumming, top line, and now same but with picking. 1 and 2 and 3 and softer with the picking, but it gives a nice gentle arpeggio. The pick gives more of a rhythmic sort of drive, so it depends if you're in a mellow mood or a bit more of a sort of an up-tempo sort of vibe. Whichever one works for you again, that's the picking or strumming you decide on. Now for the second line, when there's an old man sitting next to me. Okay, we're going to notice it starts the same. It's got the C, the E minor, it's got the A minor, C with the G. Then there's change. Instead of going from F to F with the E, it goes from F to G and then ends with C. Now, when we were playing this, like I said, it's originally piano, I thought it would sound maybe cool if I went like this. And if I focus more on what the hand's actually doing here, you'd normally expect to go from F on the fourth to G with a sixth bass note and then C like this. And that would sound. And I thought it would sound pretty sweet if I went F to G like that and then dropped it back. And all that's happening there, for those that know bar chords or even power chords, the concept's the same. You're simply taking F and we're sliding the shape as it is 1, 2 frets up. And that's actually G that I'm pointing at now. You can hear this is G. Hear the similarity? It's just a different voicing, another way of playing it. And I like going like that. It sort of lifts it up and then drops it back in. Lines 1 and 3 are the same, 2 and 4 are the same, and then it goes to the chorus that everybody loves to sing, that whole down. If you're strumming it and if you're picking it, it's going to sound like this. Sorry, let's take it again. And I want to use the thumb there, because if I do this, it doesn't actually work. You can hear that when I did that, it didn't sound cool. So what's my thumb movement? I'm going to turn a little bit more angle there. What's the thumb here? See the thumb actually fretting the top string. And here, watch this. It's quite a bit of a stretch there. It's not my personal favorite, most comfortable position. And G7. Let's have a look at this chord. Let's break it down so we know what to do there. Okay. I'm going to keep with the finger style just to sit and hear the notes individually and just to show you what's happening. A minor, we've done that. A minor / G. Pinky has to go across to the top. So with the A minor normal, you pluck from the 5th string A minor with the G bass, the pinky at the top, and that means you're plucking the 6th string, so you're going to go from here. Now they want an F sharp bass note with D7, so you go to D7 and you let the thumb grab the top, because the note that he's playing is an F sharp note, so it's D7 the chord, F sharp bass note. And if you're into bar chords, you can actually go there, but I'll just go to a normal F. Sounds pretty cool both ways anyway, but if you want to go for the bar chord, that's your bar chord F, no hassle with that. So we're going to have and that's when you're singing da 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 da. Nice easy words, you can't forget those words. Okay, and you go through again, A minor with a G, D7 with the F sharp bass, and then a normal D. So the next time around it's A minor, G bass, D7 with the thumb on top, normal D there, and then G with the F bass. Now first of all, G I play a bit differently. I'm going to show you my G. It's got fingers 3 and 4 at the bottom, not like that, so don't do this. For those that like easy G, don't do it for the song. Okay, so we're going to play my G like this, and the transition to G with the F, I'm going to go from here, and now he's in the 1st fret of the 6th string, and that gives me the F bass note, followed by C, but you can see my 6th string being picked. And just to validate it, we'll bring left and right into play again. That is the C chord with the E bass note, and then G7. So that last 3 chords, G with the F bass, C with the E bass, and again you can hear those nice walking bass notes. Those notes are very important for the song the whole way through. To get to a closure now, I want us to play through the whole chorus's top line. I think it's 12 chords in a row. It's quite a busy one. Are you ready for this? 1 and 2 and 3 and A minor, G bass, D7 with the F on top, F, A minor, pinky again, thumb on top, normal D, G, stretching, C with an open E, and then the G7. It's quite tricky trying to talk this and play it at the same time. And then the next part, when it goes to the singer of the song, your piano man, that's just your normal. It continues as per normal now. If you want to get creative, remember this is originally piano, so Billy Joel does some pretty cool stuff. It's nice to listen to the original. Try adding a bit extra. Try like. Add your own rhythms to it, make it your own, make it unique. What's really nice about playing piano songs on a guitar is that there's no sort of set rules, there's no sort of expectation other than does it sound cool and does it keep the original flavor, the original sound, the original vibe that the song has. So there's some double picking inside there. If you watch my picking hand now, some nice little double picks there. Go have fun with it. That's the bottom line for the song. If you've got any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed Piano Man. Remember to keep those bass notes nice and loud, especially for the chorus when it goes. Make sure those bass lines are underlining the whole way through. And have an awesome week. Keen to see you guys soon. Take care. Bye.